There are 12 professors, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and L. They have conferences in different months: January, March, April, June, July, and August. The conferences are on dates 12th or 17th of a given month. Each conference is attended by some number of people. If the month contains odd number of days, then the number of people attending the conference is odd. Like the conference in March, which has got 31 days, was attended by odd number of people, and the conference in April, which has 30 days, was attended by even number of people. Okay. Now, what do we understand from this? There are 12 professors. Who are these 12 professors? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, and L. They have conferences in different months. Now, what are the months? Jan, March, April, June, July, and August. 6 different months. The conferences are on dates 12th or 17th of a given month. So, understand, each month has got 2 dates, 12th or 17th, 12th or 17th. So, 6 months, 2 dates per month, which means total 12 slots. And we need 12, we have 12 professors, right? So, each professor has his own slot, right? 12 professors and 12 slots. 6 months, 2 dates per month. So 6 times 2, 12 slots. So basically we have to arrange these 12 professors in these 12 slots. Now interestingly, each conference here is attended by some number of people. So it's not just professor, the month and the date, but it also the number of people who attend the conference, right? It is also about the number of people who attend the conference. Now what is even more interesting is that if the month contains odd number of days, then the number of people attending the conference is odd. Like if you see the month of March has 31 days, right? 31 is odd. So number of people who attend the conference in March will also be odd, right? Will also be odd. That means on 12th of March and 17th of March, the number of people attending the conference will be odd. Similarly, the conference is in April. April has got 30 days, even number. So number of people attending the conference in April, both dates, 12th and 17th, it will be even number. So this is the interesting part. Right? And I think from here onwards the data starts. Like A had conference on 12th April, I's conference was after A, and so on. Okay. So what we'll do is first I think understand that there are 6 months, right? Jan, March, April, June, July, August. Okay. These are the 6 months. And there are 2 slots. What are the 2 slots? 12th of the month or 17th of the month. So we have to fill this simple table here. Fill this table with what? The name of the professor and the number of people attending the conference of that professor, right? So these are the 12 cells which have to be filled with the name of the professor and the number of people attending his conference. Remember, the number of people depends on the number of days in the month, odd or even. Jan has got 31 days, odd number of people. March has got 31 days, odd number of people. April has got 30 days, even number of people. June has got 30 days, even number of people. July 31. August 31. So I think April and June are the only months where the number of people attending, like all the 4 numbers that we get here, will be even numbers. All the other numbers are going to be odd numbers. 12th and 17th are the dates. So that's the table that we need to fill. Okay. Now let's start filling the gaps. A had conference on 12th April. A had conference on 12th April. Simple. A had conference on 12th April. So 12th April cell is this, right? 12th of April. A is here. Number of people we'll figure out. Next. I's conference was after A. I's conference was after A. I is after A. Now understand, after A, how do you read? After A is not 1, 2, 3. After A is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are able to follow. A is in 12th April slot. So what comes after A? See, if somebody says what is immediately after A, don't say June. Don't come to this cell. What comes immediately after A is not 12th June. What comes immediately after A is 17th April. So when you are counting, right, count in this fashion. You're able to follow. Let me explain you how to count. I mean, this is very, very important to note. Otherwise, you'll get confused, right? When you are doing the counting here, when you have to count the number of people, you always count in this direction, like this, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Don't count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That will not give you the, I mean, that will lead to a wrong answer. Okay. So let me just clear up the other lines. So solve this now. Yeah. A is on 17th April. Now, what comes immediately after A? 17th April. That point has to be noted. Now, I's conference was after A. So, after A, there are many slots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 slots are there. We can't do anything about it. But then he says, I's conference was attended by 42 people and he had conference on 17th of a month. I's conference was attended by 42 people and he had conference on 17th of a month. Now, if you take up those 2 points given there, you will find out that there are 2 possible ways of putting I. See, I's conference was attended. I was after A. So let me go back to the color that we are using. Sorry. I's conference was after A. So after A, it can be anywhere here, right, in the 7 cells. But then he says I's conference was attended by 42 people. What is the significance of 42? See, I's conference was attended by 42 people, meaning what? I can come only in these 3 slots. Because if the number of people are 42, which is even, only even dates can be taken. So only April and June can be taken. I cannot come elsewhere. So I will either come on 17th April or 12th June or 17th June. These are the only 3 possibilities. Yes or no? Because I's conference was attended by 42 people. Then he says I's conference was attended by 42 people and he had conference on 17th of a month. 17th of a month. Now 17th of a month and 42 people, there are 2 possibilities. I can come on 17th April or I can come on 17th June. It can be 17th April or 17th June. These are the 2 possibilities. So I would like to consider both the possibilities. What I'll do is I'll quickly duplicate this and consider the 2 possibilities. Okay, 12th, 17th. Let's take it up. So Jan, March, April, June, July, August. Okay, and you know these numbers are important because that will help us decide even odd quickly. So better write it immediately. So what are the 2 possible values? A comes here, by the way. This is like Jan, March, April. A comes here. A is on 12th April. That is fixed. Now I can come on 17th April or 17th June. So we have taken both the possibilities, right? I can come on 17th April or 17th June. Moreover, we know that I's conference is attended by 42 people. So put 42 also. I 42. The number that goes with I is 42. Right? That part is done. So this is how you'll fill it. This is how you'll fill it. Now, there was one conference between the conference of I and the conference of J. There was one conference between the conference of I and the conference of J. So between I and J, there is a gap of 1. Between the I and J, there is a gap of 1. Now, there are multiple possibilities. He says between I and J, there is a gap of 1. So I is here, gap, J can come here. Or I is here. If I go in the reverse direction, this is the gap and J can come here. So J will either come here or here. Similarly, if we take this case, I is in this position, right? There can be a gap of 1 and then J can come here. Or there can be a gap of 1 or J can come here. Yes or no? Sorry, the I is here, right? I is here. So there is a gap of 1. This is the gap and J can come here. Or this is the gap or J can come here. So these are the 2 possibilities. So basically, again, there are 2 possibilities per case. So that will result in 4 possibilities, which we don't want to do. But remember, J can come in these 2 positions here or these 2 positions here. There should be a gap of 1 between I and J. So I is here, this is the gap and J. Or this is the gap and here is J. Similarly, I is here, this is the gap and then J. Or this is the gap or J. So let's not get into that double possibilities now. See if there is something more concrete given to us. The number of people attending J's conference was 25 less than the number of people who attended I's conference. See, number of people who have come for J's conference is 25 less. 25 less than I's conference. How many people came for I's conference? 42. What is 42 minus 25? 42 minus 25 is 17. So 17 is the number associated with J. 40 minus 25 is 17. He says the number of people attending J's conference was 25 less than the number of people attending I's conference. So J's conference is attended by 17 people. Now what does the 17 indicate? The 17 indicates that J was in an odd month. See, 17 number of people, which means odd month. Odd month meaning not the odd month, but the month with odd number of days. So if I go back to the first case, there were 2 possibilities for J, March or June, but June has got even number of days. So it cannot come here. So J has to come here. With how many people? 17 people. If I come to this case, J has got 17 people attending his conference. So can J come in April? No. J has to come in July. So J comes here with 17 people. I hope you have followed this. We have found that J's conference was attended by 17 people. 42 minus 25, 17. Which means J should be in a month which has got odd number of days. So in the first case, we had 2 possibilities, March or June. But since June has got even number of days, it is ruled out for J. So J comes in March. And the condition is satisfied, right? There is a gap of 1 person between I and J. So J, A and I. Right here also, similarly, there were 2 possibilities for J. April was ruled out because April had got even number of days, right? So J comes in July. So I, this is the gap and then there is J. Yeah. So this also point has been considered. There was one conference between conference of I and conference of J. Now next point. There were 3 conferences between F's conference and the conference attended by 56 people. There were 3 conferences between F's conference and the conference attended by 56 people. So between F and 56, there were 3. 3 conferences. Now understand, 56, we don't know where F is. We don't know where F is. But 56 is interesting. 56 is what? Even number. And there can be only 4 even numbers. So 56 will either come here or here or here. Yes or no? 56 has got only 3 possibilities in both the cases. 12th April, 12th June or 17th June. These 3 can be taken up by 56 because this is already 42. Here it is 12th April, 17th April or 12th June. So there are 3 people between 56 and F. There are 3 people between 56 and F. But since there are 3 possibilities for 56, there will be equal number of possibilities for F. So that will result in some confusion, I guess, right? So let's see, for example, if you take 56 here, for example, let's assume if you take 56 here, where can F come? After 3 conferences. So 1, 2, 3, F can come here. Or if you go behind, if 56 is here, 1, 2, 3, F can come here. Similarly, if you take 56 here, 1, 2, 3, F can come here. If you take 56 here, 1, 2, 3, F can come here. If you go behind, then there are possibilities. So it will result in a lot of possibilities. So let's try and avoid that. There are 3 conferences between F and 56. Then he says F's conference was not in January. Okay, this is interesting. F's conference was not in January. F cannot come in January. F cannot come here. So keep that in mind. F cannot come in Jan. Right? F cannot come in Jan. Then he also says that F's conference had before the conference attended by 56 people. F had his conference. F's conference was before the conference of 56 people. See, when he says there are 3 conferences between F and 56, what are the possibilities? F dash 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 56 or 56 dash 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 F. Because there are 3 between F and 56. But the next point, which says F's conference was before the conference of 56 people, this is ruled out. This is the only possibilities. F should come before 56. And there should be a gap of 3 between F and 56. So now some of the cases will get eliminated, right? Some of the cases will get eliminated. Yes or no? F will definitely come before 56. And F will not come in January. We know that F will not come in January. And there were 3 conferences between F's conference and the conference attended by 56 people. So try that out now. Try that out. See, 56. There are 3 possibilities for 56. So try each one. If you take 56 here in April, look at this. If you take 56 in April, F should come before 56. How much before? 3 places and then F. So 56 is here. 1, 2, 3. F would come here. But F is not allowed in January. So 56 cannot come here. If you take 56 on 12th June, if you take 56 here, F should come before 56. 1, 2, 3. F has to come here. Possible. It is possible. So 56 in F is possible. But there is one more possibility. If you take 56 here, what happens? If 56 is here, 1, 2, 3, F has to come here. Can F come here? No. Because this is already blocked by J. So the only possibility is 56 is here. Then you take 1, 2, 3 and F comes here. Yes or no? See, this is satisfied. F dash 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 56. F dash 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 56. The other 2 cases will not get satisfied. Similarly, try out in the second case. In the second case, what happens? If 56 is here, F comes before 56, right? So 1, 2, 3, F comes in Jan, but that's not allowed. If you take 56 here, what happens? F comes before 56, right? So 1, 2, 3, F comes here, but again Jan not allowed. So 56 cannot come here and cannot come here because 56 in April will result for F in Jan, which is not allowed. So the only possibility is 56 comes here. And if 56 comes here, where will F come? Go in the reverse direction, right? 1, 2, 3, F would come here. So fixed. F's position is fixed now. Right? F's position is fixed. Next, there were 3 conferences between E's conference and the conference attended by 56 people. Again, between E and 56, there are 3 conferences. Between E and 56, there are 3 conferences. Now, the obvious point is, see, earlier he said between F and 56, there are 3. And we know that F comes before 56. Now he says between E and 56, there are 3. There are 3 conferences between E and 56. So obviously E will come after 56, right? There will be like dash, 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 E comes here. Because you cannot take E before 56. Otherwise, E and F will clash, right? I mean, E and F cannot take the same position. Yes or no? 3 conference between F and 56, 3 conference between E and 56. F is before 56, so E has to be after 56. How much after 56? 3 conferences after 56. So that can be fixed now. 56 is here. 1, 2. 56 is here. 1, 2, 3. E comes here. Similarly, 56 is here. 1, 2, 3. E comes here. Done. That point is done. Number of people who attended K's conference was greater than the number of people who attended B's conference, but less than the number of people who attended A's conference. Now, these points are interesting, right? Let me just clear up the rough work that we have done so that I can note it, right? Let me just clear this. 1 second. I hope you are able to follow. We have got 2 cases and trying to fill the gaps everywhere. Okay, now read the point. What is the point given to us? The point says the number of people who attended K's conference was greater than number of people who attended B's conference. K was greater than B. K was greater than B. But less than the number of people who attended A's conference. But K was less than A. So basically K comes between A and B, right? Number of people attended K's conference was greater than B, but less than A. So this inequality you have to remember. K comes between A and B. K comes between A and B. It will be useful later, not now. The number of people who attended K's conference was a multiple of 7. Now K is a multiple of 7. Remember? Also note that K is a multiple of 7. K will be into 7 in a multiple of 7, right? Again, this also will be useful later. Next point. C and D had conference in the same month but not June. C and D had conference in the same month but not June. Now understand, C and D had conference in the same month. Can it be Jan? Yes. See, so both the slots of the same month should be available for C and D. So Jan is possible. March anyway is blocked. April is blocked. June, not June. C and D cannot come in June, he said. But July also is available. So C and D can be in Jan or C and D can be in July. They cannot come in August. If you take the second case, C and D can be Jan. It cannot be March because one slot is occupied by F. It cannot be April because one slot is occupied by A. June anyway, C and D are not allowed, it said. It cannot be July because one slot is occupied by J. It cannot be August because one slot is occupied by E. So with respect to case 2, there is only one possibility. C and D have to come in Jan. C and D will have to come in Jan. Because everywhere else, we have one or the other person already blocking the slot. In case 1, there are two possibilities. Jan or July. Both can be Jan or both can be July. So I can do one thing. C/D. C/D. C and D will be taking these two. Now which is C, which is D is not known to us. In case 1, there are two possibilities. Both can be Jan, both can be July. Right? So I think that point will not underline. There was one conference between the conference of D and the conference of B. There was one conference between the conference of D and the conference of B. Now try to understand. Here also, I mean, if I take case 2, let's take case 2 first. He says there was one conference between the conference of D and B. Between D and B, there was one conference. If I take D in 12th Jan, there should be one conference between D and B. So D dash B. But can B come here? No, this is already blocked by F, which means D cannot come in 12th Jan. D has to come in 17th Jan. So C will come 12th Jan, D will come 17th Jan. So if I take D here, D dash B, B comes here. See, there was one conference between D and B, he said, right? There was one conference between D and B. So D dash B. D dash B will clash with F. So that's not allowed. So C in 12th Jan, D in 17th Jan. That is fixed. Now go back to case 1. Case 1, there were two possibilities. If you take C and D here, you understand. If I take D here, D dash B, can B come here? Not allowed. If you take D here, C would come here. But that's not possible because D here means B should be here. If you take D in this position, D dash B, can B come here? No, because this is occupied by J. So C and D cannot come in Jan, which means now the only choice is July. But here, which is C, which is D is not known to us. C dash D, let's say again, C dash D. Yeah. So if you take D here, it can be dash B or it can be reverse B. So this is not fixed yet. It can be C, D. You're able to follow. It can be C or D. It can be C or D. We don't know. But here it is fixed. C in Jan, 12th Jan, D in 17th Jan. You're getting the point, guys? With respect to case 2, C and D are fixed. With respect to case 1, it's not fixed. C can be 12th Jan, D can be 17th Jan, or C can be 17th Jan and D can be 12th Jan. Yeah. Anyway, the month is fixed. Now go to the next point. B's conference had odd number of people. B's conference had odd number of people. Now this is an interesting point. B's conference had odd number of people. So with respect to case 2, it is correct. B is in March, right? 31 days. So it will have odd number of people. With respect to case 1, try and understand. Since B's conference had odd number of people, B cannot come in June. B has to come in August only. You're able to follow. If I take D here, D dash B, not possible. Which means D cannot come here. D has to come here. And C has to come here. So D dash B comes here. Odd number of people. See, otherwise I could have gone in the reverse direction also. But now I'm not going in reverse direction because he says the B's conference had odd number of people. See, I can take D here. If I take D here, it will be dash B. B can come in June. But he says B's conference was attended by odd number of people. So that means B cannot come in June since June has even number of days. So with respect to case 1 also, C and D are fixed. So C followed by D. Here also C followed by D. Okay. I'll just I'll just clear that so that we can write the number also whenever we get that. So first C and then D. Simple verification, right? That verification you got to do, C and D. Here also first C and then we have D. I know it's taking longer because I'm explaining in detail, right? You can verify all these things really fast. Next point. Go to the next point. The number of people of B's conference had more than J's conference but less than 20. Now look at this. The number of people who attended B's conference had more than J's conference but less than 20. Do we know J's value? J is 17. You see J is 17. J is 17. He says B is greater than 17 but less than 20. Less than 20. You understand? B is greater than 17. Why greater than 17? Because number of people in B's conference were more than J. J is 17. So B is greater than 17. But B is less than 20. B is less than 20. We also know that B is an odd number because B is in a month which has odd days. August. Here it is March. Now what is the only odd number between 17 and 20? It is 19. So B has to be 19. There is no other choice. You getting it? Hold on. Yeah, B has to be 19. Why should B be 19? Because B is between 17 and 20 and B should be odd. So the only number we have here is 19. So B is 19. That is fixed. B is 19. Where is B here? 19. Yeah, B is 19. So here also note that B is 19. I mean, it will be useful whenever we go to that point. Next, B's conference is not in August. B's conference is not in August. Very, very important point. B's conference is not in August. Which means case 1 is wrong because according to case 1, B's conference comes out to be in August. So now we don't have to worry about case 1. Only case 2 is to be verified. Yes or no? In case 1, B's conference came out to be August. He says B is not August. B can be March. Yeah. Chalo. So now one elephant is killed. Only the other elephant is there. We just hope that this will not give us multiple possibilities. Otherwise, we will be screwed, right? Chalo, quickly the other points. The total number of people who attended the conference of C and D was 58. Total of C and D was 58. Total of C and D was 58, which means C plus D. This should add up to 58. Note that C plus D equals to 58. Yeah, I'll write it here. C plus D equals to 58. Yeah. Next, 58. Conference of G and the conference attended by 28 people were in the same month. Now this is also interesting. G and 28 people were in same month. See, 28 people meaning what? 28 people meaning what? It was an even month. So he says G and 28 people were in the same month. Now what are the even months? Only April and June. Only April and June. Now can G and 28 come in June? No, because if you take G here, where will 28 come? Not possible. So G and 28 have to come in April only. So this should be G and this has to be 28. Yes or no? The fact that he has said 28, it should be an even month. Even months are only April and June. G and 28 both should come in the same month. So they cannot be June. Because if you take G here, 28 cannot be accommodated. So G and 28 will go in April. So 17th April is G and 12th April was attended by 28 people. That point is also done. Next, K's conference was before L. K was before L. Remember this point. K was before L. K comes before L, right? K's conference was before L. Now immediately before L or not, we don't know, but K was before L. Number of people who attended the conference of E was less than the number of people who attended the conference of J by 4. E was less than J by 4. Number of people who attended the conference of E was less than J by how much? 4. See, J is how much? J is 17. What is 4 less than 17? 13. So E was 13. It is fixed. E was 13, right? That's a direct point. Next, the one who had conference in March had less number of people attending it than E, but more than 10. So who had conference in March? Who had conference in March? F and B. F and B had conference in March. He says this guy F, because B's already got 19, right? So we are working on F now. F had less number of people attending it than E, but more than 10. See, E is 13, F is less than 13. F should be less than E, which means F should be less than 13. But it should be more than 10. It should be more than 10. Try and understand. He says F is less than 13, but more than 10. The only person in March is F now. B is already taken 19. So F is less than E. Less than E meaning less than 13, but more than 10. We also know that F should be even. F should be odd. Why should F be odd? Because F is in an odd month. So the only odd number between 10 and 13 is 11. So F is 11. Yes or no? The only odd number between 10 and 13 is 11. So F has 11 attendees. Next, the total number of people who attended the conference of K and L was 24. Total number of people who attended conference of K and L was 24. So K plus L is equal to 24. K plus L is equal to 24. Remember, K plus L is equal to 24, right? The number of people attending D's conferences, 9 times the number of people attending L's conference. D is 9 times L, right? D is equal to 9 times of L. Now let me just clear all the unwanted data here so that I get some space to work on. I'm running out of space. So I think we have got the value of B, right? I'll just clear this up. And we have also got the value of F, so let me clear this up. These points are important. K comes before L is important. C plus D is 58 is important. K plus L is 24 is important. And last point that we have read is D is 9 times of L. Right? D is 9 times of L. D is equal to 9L. D is equal to 9L. D is equal to 9L. What else is left out? So I think with respect to persons C, D, F, B, A, G is done. I, J, E are done. So K, L, and I think H is left out. So we'll have to figure that out. Acha, we have got the value of A, right? A is 28. How did we get A is 28? Somehow we have got A is 28. 28. G and 28 in the same month. A is 28. So let's understand this also. A is 28. A is equal to 28. Now, very, very important point. B is 19, A is 28. K is between 19 and 28. Now, between 19 and 28, what are the values? Between 19 and 28, we have 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. But we know that K is a multiple of 7. Yes or no? We know that K is a multiple of 7. So, what is the only multiple of 7 between 19 and 28? 21. So, can I say K is equal to 21? K is equal to 21? Yes or no? K is equal to 21. K is equal to 21. Why is K is 21? Because K should be between 19 and 28 and it should be a multiple of 7. The only multiple of 7 between 19 and 28. Between 19 and 28. You cannot consider 28 there, right? 28 should be excluded. So between 19 and 28, the only multiple of 7 is 21. So K is equal to 21. Wherever K comes, it will take 21. If K is 21, L should be 3. If K is 21, L should be 3 because K plus L is 24. Yeah. So K is 21 implies L is equal to 3. If L is equal to 3, D will be equal to 27. D will be equal to 27 because D is equal to 9 times of L. 9 into L. 9 into 3, 27. So D is 27. D is 27. If D is 27, C should be 31 because C plus D is 58. So C should be 31. Why C is 31? Because D is 27. See, D is 27, substitute 27. So 58 minus 27 is 31. So C is 31. Yeah. So we have got C and D. I think we have got K and L also, right? K is 21, L is 3. But where are K and L is not known to us. Yeah. Okay. Important point. Can K or L come here in June? No, because June is an even month, right? June is an even month. See, only 3 places are left out. With respect to persons, we have got A, B, C, D, E, F, G. A, B, C, D, E, F, G are done. And I think I and J are also done. The only persons left out are H, K and L. We know that K is equal to 21. We know that L is equal to 3. So can K or L come in June? No, because June is an even month. So they should come in July and August. And we also know that K comes before L. So if K has to come before L, then K should come here and L has to come here. And K is 21 and L is equal to 3. Yes or no? Sorry. K is 21, L is equal to 3. Now if K is 21 and L is equal to 3, K and L are also marked. The only person left out is H. H has to come in this place. That's the only place left out for H. Then I think we have done all the points. The only thing which we have not been able to find is the value of G. Yes or no? The only thing which we have not been able to decide is the value of G. And I think there is no data point given there. See, we have underlined everything, right? Which means nothing has been missed. There is no data with respect to G. So this is the final arrangement. This is the final arrangement. Please do not go by the length of the explanation because it was an explanation. It was not the solution. If I have to solve it myself, I'll save at least half of this time. But that's the final arrangement. C, D, F, B, A, G, H, I, K, J, E, L. Numbers 31, 27, 11, 19, 28, question mark, 56, 42, 21, 17, 13, 3. Now let's look at the questions. Right? I'll have to come back to this slide often to look at the arrangement for answering the questions, but look at the questions. Oh, here are the questions, all the questions. What is the total number of people who attended the conference of E and J? So basically E plus J. Go back. E plus J. What is E plus J? E plus J. E is 13, J is 17. E plus J, 13 plus 17, 30. So your answer should be 30. If G's conference has more people than I's conference, but less than 50, then what can be the possible number of people who attended G's conference? G, he's asking us to find out the possible number of people for G's conference. G's conference. Go back, where is G? I think G is an even number, right? G should be an even number. Look at that. Yeah, G is in April. G is in April, which means G should be an even number. And without worrying about the remaining part of the question, I can directly mark D as the answer, because odd are ruled out. I don't even have to worry whether G is more than I, less than 50 and all that. G has to be 46 among the given options because G is an even number. Next, which of the following is true with respect to given arrangement? There are two conferences between I and L. Check. Two between I and L. Where is I? I is here. Where is L? L is here. There are two conferences between I and L? No. 1, 2, 3. There are three between I and L. Right? K, J, E. There are three. So first statement is wrong. First option is wrong. First option is wrong. K, J have conference in the same month. K, J are in the same month. So this cursor is taking too much time to go back. I'm sorry. K, J have in the same month. K and J are in the same month. Check. Yes, K and J both are in July. Same month. So second option is correct. Second option is correct. And hence I'll not worry about the remaining options. I mean, I've got the right answer anyways. Which of the following pair had conferences in January? Who has got conference in January? NH has conference in which of the following month? Let's answer both the questions together. January and H. Who has conference in January? CD. Where is H? H is in June. So CD and June is the answer. Conference in January, C and D. H is in which month? June, right? I forgot. I've become like Gajni. Go back, go back. Quick, quick, quick. H was June only, right? I forgot what I saw. Oh, where is it? H was June. Yeah, H was June. H was June. So that's your answer. That's it. I think there were only 5 questions. There are. Yeah. Next one is reverse syllogism. So that's the final solution.